Team performance, great leadership performance, starts with the team that you're surrounded by, within the environment that they're in, and the standards by which they're being held accountable. And it starts with, who are you introducing into your environment, into your team? Are you setting them up for success? Are they in alignment to the job? And can they perform at the standard you've created? And too often we think about these things after the fact. I want to give you some insights and some how-tos that have been extremely successful through major organizations that we've been involved in. Number one, the environment. As we talked in a previous episode, pace is how people connect and feel comfortable. Well, is the environment you're about to introduce someone in a fast pace, a more reserved, laid-back pace, somewhere in between? Because pace is the environment that people either feed into, and again, we're not talking about skill. If they don't naturally are the same in alignment to that pace, fast, reserve, or in between, then they're going to struggle. Number two, what is the work environment as far as individuals that they're going to be working around, dependent on, or be supported by? Are they very task-driven individuals, or technically driven individuals, or more relational as a whole? There should be a mix of all of them, but as a culture, what you as the leader or the business owner has created, is it more results-driven, or is it more family-oriented? Because if you get a person that is opposite of the culture which you've created, that is going to be a toxic disruptor. Number three, what was the purpose by which this role was created? Why did we create that role? What is the intent and value that role is supposed to provide to the organization? Why is that important? Because if that purpose doesn't align to the values of the individual that you are bringing on board, there will also be a toxic disruptor. Number four, is this going to be a customer-facing position or an internal customer-facing, working with other employees? Those are two different dynamics. Does the customer-facing role require you to be more technical, more relational, more organized, more outgoing? Looking at these little areas will help you to fine-tune who naturally fits into that role. And in number five, what is the standards, the best practices that so far have allowed, if you have a high-performing team that you're introducing a new candidate into, what are the standards that they hold each other by? Because you can start to ask part of those questions in the interview. Their responses will tell you if this person fit culturally. Because the other part of culture you really have to think about is who is managing or leading that team. What is their leadership style? Do they respond to that leadership style? Is it the short, to the point, driven, go get them? Or is it a more collaborative, somewhere in between? What is the leadership style? Because that leadership style created the culture, that created the standards, that creates the roles and responsibilities to maintain and achieve the results you're looking for.